Okay, and everyone see my PowerPoint? Okay. So I think everybody knows that China has been the central topic on the world stage for quite some time. But do you really know China, or what is it that you don't know about China? So today I'm going to tell you something that you might not know about this big country. Before going to today's topic, I just want to tell you something about myself first. My name is Siller, so you can see on the screen. This is my name, Siller, and but my actual name, so AKA my Chinese name, is, as Miss Risa just said, it's Wang Xiaoyan, and Wang is my family name, and Xiaoyan is my given name. And currently, I'm a master's student at Waseda University, but from this April, I will be a PhD student at Waseda. Right now, I can speak 3 languages: Chinese, English, and Japanese. But with Japanese, my reading skills are way better than my speaking skills, considering I'm Chinese. So, and I'm also learning a 4th language as well. That's Bahasa Indonesia, because my research is about Indonesia. So learning the language is a must. And I'm an outdoor person. I like scuba diving, and I like boxing. And recently I just discovered another one that I love to do is snowboarding. And by the way, for our Filipino learners and GVs, I just want to say Manny is awesome. Okay. And of course, I'm from China. Oh, sorry. And I forgot about this one. Yeah, do you see this little panda that I put out here? Anybody know what this is? This is called Bing Dun Dun. So that's the mascot of the Beijing Winter Olympics. Yeah, which is really cute. I really love it. Okay. And let's start today's topic, China. So China, everybody knows that is the 4th biggest country in the world, and covering about 9.6 million square meters. It is located on the east side of Asia and on the west side of the Pacific Ocean. So the national language of China is Chinese. It is also the most widely spoken language in the world. Chinese is composed of Mandarin and many other dialects as well. So on the screen, you can see that this is the most commonly used Chinese phrase. It's called ni hao, means hello. So in Chinese, we use pinyin to pronounce the words, and it has 4 intonations. For ni hao, both characters are the 3rd intonation. So ni and hao, so ni hao. And Mandarin is probably one of the most difficult languages to learn. In case you didn't know, that native Chinese speakers use over 3,000 characters in daily life. And I myself also speak a dialect. It is called Wu Chinese, but a lot of people also call it Shanghainese because it's the dialect used in Shanghai. A lot of people know China has a long history of culture, but do you know Chinese culture is over 5,000 years? On the screen here, that we can see the dragon, the panda, the bamboo, and the architecture and the sign of the yin yang. And these are all the symbols of Chinese culture, and they are just parts of it. Sorry. So everyone knows China has the largest population in the world, but do you know the exact number? So according to UN's data in 2020, China's population was around 1.4 billion. And China ranks number 1 in the list of countries by population, followed by India. And I do believe India will catch up very soon. So just take a look at this graph that at some point, I think at some point around maybe 2025, India will probably surpass China, becomes the #1 country that by population in the world. So China has 56 ethnic groups. The majority is Han, and about 92% of the population is Han. I myself is also Han. So some ethnic groups have a population of more than 1 million, such as Zhuang, Hui, Uyghur, Miao, and Tibetan. And for Chinese people, like for us, it's easy to tell like a person what kind of ethnic groups people belong to just by like looking at their customs. It's very easy for us to know. And in China, there are a lot of religious beliefs and practices, including Buddhism, Taoism, Islam, and Christianity. So these are maps of geographic distribution of religions in China. The first one is Chinese ancestral religion. The second one is Taoism. And the third one is Chinese folk religions and Confucianism. The fourth one is Buddhism. And the fifth one is Christianity. And the last one is Islam. There are thousands of family names in China, but only around 100 of them are widely used. So such as Wang, Li, Zhang, Liu, Chen, etc. So among the family names, although the family names are the same, right? So in Chinese, like in Mandarin or in Cantonese, but like in Cantonese, they have a very different way of writing in alphabet. As you can see, Wang and Wang is very different, but the name is the same. The family names are the same. And unlike Western countries, so in China, we put our family name first, then it's our given name, same as Japan. So like for this one is Wang, and this one's Wang is the family name, and Jianguo is the given name. So my family name is actually Wang. I think this is probably the most common Chinese family name in Japan. China is divided into 35 administration units, so including 23 provinces. So you can see the pink ones are provinces, and 5 autonomous regions, the yellow ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And for municipalities, the green ones, 1 is here, and this is Beijing, Tianjin, Chongqing, Beijing, Tianjin, and Shanghai. And the 2 special administrative regions, Macau and Hong Kong. And in China, so this is called the civil registration. The civil registration system categorized people into 2 kinds of citizens, urban citizens and rural citizens. About 60% of the population is urban. This citizenship is called 户口, as I wrote in here. It's called 户口 in Chinese, koseki in Japanese. Like holding different types of citizenship could actually get you very different treatment on education, employment, and social welfare and housing, etc. I can't really say like which one is better, like the rural citizenship or the urban citizenship. But like when some people might think, okay, holding a rural citizenship might sound, less educated, but actually for rural citizens, they enjoy way more welfare than the urban citizens. They have the right to earn land, which is not applied to urban citizens. And a lot of villages, they offer monthly or yearly allowance to their residents, and is provided by the central and the local government. And also rural students, they can get extra points attending to the college and the college examination. And So for the two kinds of citizenship, we have actually different like numbers for college acceptance. They have different numbers for the two kinds of citizenships. And for the civil servant system is the same. Some positions are only for urban citizens, and some are only for their rural residents. Okay, so when we are talking about the north part of China and the south part of China, we're actually talking about, the part that's on the north part of this Qingling-Huaihe line, and on the south part of this Qingling-Huanghe line. You can see this here. This is the Qingling Mountains, and the Huaihe is Huai River. So here and here. So this line, you can go here as well. So this line actually divided China into two parts, the north part and the south part. There are so many differences between the north and south China. And I believe that there might be like this sort of rivalry between the southerners and the northerners in every country. So China is not the exception, and it can always cause a lot of heated topics on the internet in China. Most of the disagreement between the north and south part are rooted in their distinct climates and food. One of the most heated issues in China is the coldness in winter and how to deal with it. So the insulation of house in China is not perfect. This leaves a big part of the South China struggling with coldness indoors in winter and the lack of a central heating system. Like for the northern part of China, you can actually wear a t-shirt inside the house in winter because of the central heating system. I'm from the south, but I have also lived in the north for several years. So I can tell you that sometimes in winter, the indoor temperature is actually like lower than the outdoor temperature. So you feel colder indoors than outdoors, which is absurd. And the food flavor is another focus of the South-North debate. It is normally themed with this tofu pudding and the sticky rice dumplings. So for the south part of China, they like to eat their tofu pudding sweet, but for the north part of China, they like it salty. But for sticky rice dumplings, the southerners, they like it salty, but for northerners, they like it sweet. So funny how this is like the different. For the southerners, they like the tofu pudding sweet, but the sticky rice dumplings salty. And for the northerners, they like it the tofu pudding salty, but the sticky rice dumplings sweet. So you can see the difference. And I think in Japan, the most famous Chinese cuisine is probably the Sichuan cuisine. So when the southerners and the northerners are arguing, people from Sichuan are like, I don't even know why you guys are arguing. Food is supposed to be spicy. So I came to Japan in 2018. One thing I couldn't get used to in Japan was the e-payment system. So in Japan, I always have to carry cash. I don't feel safe when I don't have cash on myself. Like today, I forgot my wallet and I panicked on the train because I worried maybe I didn't have enough money on my C-card. But in China, I never had to carry cash with me. Everything can be paid through our phones. And so if you have the chance to travel to China in the future, remember, don't use cash. Otherwise, people will think you're weird. Yeah, because nobody uses cash anymore. So like everyone from it doesn't matter what age you are, from kids to elderly people, everybody knows how to use cash. like even for street like vendors, they know how to use everybody knows how to use their phone. And for my parents, they use this WeChat Pay more. Like for elderly people, they use WeChat Pay more, but for young people, they use this Alipay more. So as I put it in here, the Alipay, WeChat Pay, and Union Pay, these are the three big electronic payments in China. And we also have other payments as well, like Apple Pay or NFC payments. But these are the main three. Majority of the people are using Alipay and WeChat Pay because you can access it on your phone. So, but for Japan, I think everybody knows that Japan has a lot of e-payments, maybe because there are too many. It's just difficult to unite people on one. Like for myself, I'm a heavy user of PayPay. I use PayPay a lot, but it's just difficult, different. I can say it's different using PayPay or Alipay. So like I can't use PayPay to charge my transportation cards. I can't use PayPay to, take trains, but in China, I can just use Alipay. I don't have to have a transportation card. I can just use Alipay to take trains, which is really convenient. And also for Alipay, they do not only provide payment services, they have a wide range of services. Like Ant Group is the mother company of Alipay. So on Alipay, there are a lot of things you could do. As I said, you can actually use it to make an appointment to a hospital. You can use it to get an Uber, and you can also deposit your money, which Alipay will give you interest as well. And you can also like request some small loans. So these are their services, which is a lot. Right now, I think right now in China, the live streaming e-commerce is at its peak. So on the screen, you can see these two are the most famous live streaming hosts. This is called Wei Ya. This is called Li Jiaqi. Like they are, for Chinese currency, I think they are like billionaires, really, really rich because of doing this. So you can actually buy products while watching their live. It's kind of like TV shopping, but instead of watching it on TV, you watch it on your phone. I don't know how many people are using or like using food delivery services. I was a heavy user before coming to Japan, but I don't use that often now. And there are a few reasons why. So these two are the main food delivery apps in China. This one is called Meituan, and this one's called Ele.me. So the second one, Ele.me, can you guess the meaning of Ele.me? It literally means, are you hungry? So yeah, they were asking, are you hungry? So if you're hungry, please use us to order food. And ordering food in Japan, such as using Uber Eats, is actually more expensive than going to the restaurant. But in China, you can get cheaper food by using these delivery apps. So basically saves you money and energy. And they have like a time limit as well. So the food has to be in your house within sometimes like 20 minutes or sometimes like 30 minutes. They have a time limit. So I think for Uber Eats, there was one thing that happened to me before. I ordered something on Uber Eats, but the food never came. I don't know where they delivered to, but it was, I never got the food. Yeah. And it is fair to say that Japan is a big cycling nation. Almost every household has at least one bike, but you have to buy the bike first, right? So this is another part that I was not very used to when I just came to Japan. In China, we have this system called bike sharing system. So as long as you have a phone on you, You don't have to, you can just rent a bike like anywhere at any time. You don't have to buy the bike. You can just get it anywhere. It's on the street. So right now we have 3 main these bike sharing apps. One is called Hello Bike. The blue one is Hello Bike. And Mobike is the orange one. And OFO is the yellow one. So these are the 3 main bike sharing apps in China. And when you look at this picture, you might think this one looks very much like Shinkansen, right? But it's not Shinkansen. This is called high-speed bullet train. We call it Gaotie. You can see Gaotie. So Gao here means tall, and Tie here means iron. So I don't know why they call it Gaotie. It should be Kuaitie because it's really fast. So Kuai means fast. So in Chinese, Kuai means fast. It's not tall, right? It's long but not tall. And this is, like, as I said, like the high-speed bullet train is very, very fast. So from Shanghai to Beijing, it's about 1,300 kilometers, something like that. And the fastest high-speed bullet train only takes about 4 hours, 20 to 30 minutes. So from Beijing to Shanghai, it's really fast because it's like more than 1,000 kilometers. And yes, so this is what I want everybody to know about China today. I hope at least like someone, sorry, I hope like people at least know something that they didn't know about China. And I really appreciate everybody attending today's webinar. So if you have any questions, I'm welcome for any questions. Thank you, everyone.